Tony Schiavone announces that with Rampage coming up in August, we have signed an analyst for the show who will also serve as a coach. The world's strongest analyst, Mark Henry, who came out, and Mark Henry has arrived.
Big reaction for Mark Henry.
He got a really good reaction. Yeah, it seemed like people were genuinely surprised.
I kind of question it, to be honest, and not that because I don't think Mark Henry would do a good job in the role. I think he would do a tremendous job. But I think you just signed the Big Show, who to me has a very similar role. He is sort of like your ex-WWE guy who is sort of the commentator. And I would assume the analyst means commentator. And I just don't know how, if you need so many commentators in AEW. No doubt, much like the Big Show, he'll be a good ambassador for them outside of TV. He'll be a good veteran mind for the people in the back.
He's also been a hell of a recruiter for WWE.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't even think about that part.
He has been the connection for a lot of people getting to the Performance Center, Bianca Belair included. We'll see how he does. Like he really didn't do commentary before, but I mean, he's been talking about wanting to do like one last run as well. So I mean, that's probably, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he does a match or two out of this.
If he comes back into the ring, I guess, I'd be kind of curious about that. But I just wonder if it makes kind of the Big Show's role redundant. So I'm sure they'll, figure out a way to make them work together. But, we're talking about like a WWE lifer, for years. He's one of those guys like you always just associate with the WWE. To sort of kind of see him outside of this context was a bit of a shock for this audience.
Yeah, a guy who's been attached to that company since 1996.
Yeah.